shit, I forgot the camera. I did that last time too. Is it there?
Yep.
Yes, it is. We're live. Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the Glen Cove IDA LEAC Governance Committee meeting. I am Pam Panzabek, the chairperson of the IDA LEAC Governance Committee. Also present are committee members Tom Scott and Jim Cappiello, along with Ann Fenman, Executive Director, and Camille Byrne, the Board Secretary. This meeting is being live streamed and recorded, and the time is now 3:09 p.m. The purpose of the Governance Committee meeting is to review the draft IDA LEAC Performance Measurement Report to assess how the agencies met its performance goals and fulfilled its mission statement in 2024. The committee will also review the summary results of the confidential evaluation of board performance survey submitted by IDA LEAC board members. Has everyone reviewed the draft report?
Yes.
Yes.
Are there any questions or comments?
I love this question.
Yeah, that's why I just asked.
Okay. At the bottom of page 1,
Of the IDA or the LEAC?
IDA.
Okay.
It says Glen Cove IDA Performance Measurement Report for the year ending December 31st, 24. And then at the top of page 2,
Okay, yeah,
it
you're
says
right.
23.
Thank you.
I don't even see that. Oh, I see that now.
Yes, we
Yeah.
will make that correction, thank you.
If I may, this report takes quite a lot of time to update. So while there might be that typo you pointed out, thank you, I just want the board to know that the meat and potatoes of the report, which starts on page 3, really, under performance measurement, performance goal number 3, which is to meet the economic and sustainability needs of the community through application of various economic incentives and programs. This is the meat and potatoes of the report that takes time to update.
Okay, under that paragraph, performance measurement,
mhm.
the second to last sentence, just a question of what is the interagency council?
The Interagency Council is a group here in Glen Cove of 45 to 50 various public service agencies, religious groups, civics. We are part of it. The Glen Cove CDA is part of it. The mayor's office is part of it. Youth and Recreational Services is part of it. Spiro Circus is the president. We are able to use the IAC as an outlet along with the bid and the Chamber of Commerce to help, again, with economic development here in the city. It's a group of
The
stakeholders.
Interagency Council.
Correct, the IAC.
St. Rocco's Food Pantry is there, Nosh is there, Where's it is there.
We're lucky in Glen Cove to have very active stakeholder groups. And instead of having to outreach to all of those groups individually, the Interagency Council is a great tool for us if we have, a message to get out or something that we want to seek more information on, or just a general announcement. It's somewhere we can go very efficiently.
All right, thank you. I just didn't know what it was. Thank you.
It's large.
I have a question at the bottom of the same page, page 3,
Yes.
with the villas at Glen Cove.
Mm-hmm.
The very last sentence,
Mm-hmm.
if the following conditions are met, at
Mm-hmm.
least 30% of the employees are from the community.
Mm-hmm.
Where did the 30% come from?
The IDA board at the time in 2021 put this provision into their agreement. They came up with that IDA board.
Why is it only 30%?
Well, typically we wouldn't have any particular percent. 30% is going above and beyond any of the other pilots we currently have. In all of our other pilots, it's a 20% best efforts for employees, typically for MWBE, and local participation.
Where are these percentages coming from? Why isn't it 50% of Glen Cove residents being employed?
If you'd like to now, as part of this current board, for a pilot in the future impose that requirement, you can. For this particular pilot, the board at the time imposed that requirement, but what I will tell you is that requirement has never been imposed before for any of our pilots. Jim Capiello was on the board at the time. The board had concerns about this project and put certain specific provisions in the pilot above and beyond what our normal procedures would be, and that was one of them. Okay?
So for every individual pilot, the percentage can change according to what the board feels?
The board can put, just like the planning board puts special conditions on projects, the IDA board may put conditions in the pilot agreement or the sublease that they feel are appropriate.
Okay, thank you.
Anyone else? If there are no other questions or comments, I would now ask Anne Fangman to prepare the final reports for approval by the IDA LEAC board at its March 27th meeting for submission to the authority's budget office on or before March 31st. I just have a question, Mike. So this is the consensus of everybody's.
Yes, that's the summary of the 7
This is pretty,
responses.
this is a pretty good response. I mean, this is really very, I meant to say
This
that.
was not 100% this time.
Yeah, I know, but it was a very good response. And there are people who say you can't give everybody a perfect score. But this is a great.
We don't have any somewhat disagree or disagrees.
No.
We have 4 somewhat agrees for 4 of the categories,
Right.
and the rest are 7 out of 7s.
I think this is great, because this is very complex concept idea.
Oh, so this is what we're talking about for the IDA right now. So then we do have to move to the LEAC as well.
Right.
Does anyone have any more questions on the IDA report?
Let's go to the LEAC.
Okay, so the LEAC report, the IDA report is approximately 9 pages, and the LEAC report's a bit shorter because the LEAC report only reports on 3 projects, being the Regency, Garvey's Point, and Tiegerman schools.
So does anybody have any more questions or comments based on the LEAC draft report? Good. So should we adjourn?
So the purpose of this committee is that you've done the preliminary review, and then this will come to the full IDA board for approval at our meeting on March 27th, and then we will need to submit the report on or before March 31st. Excuse me.
Help us.
Okay, so the meeting is adjourned at 3:18 p.m. Motion at my front door, that's good.